What's up everyone, Chris from Full Steam Designs. I've had a lot of requests for this video, so today I'm going to be doing a comparison between the Gweike Cloud and xTool P2 CO2 lasers. First, let's check out the specs on each machine. The Gweike Cloud Pro 2 is a 50-watt CO2 laser. It comes with the attachments to do rotary engraving. In my case, I got two different ones for different diameter pieces. It can engrave at 600 millimeters per second, has a built-in camera, and features a heavy-duty metal construction with a glass top. Its work area is 12 by 20 inches and it has a pass-through slot to allow you to work on longer material. This machine will run on Lightburn or Gweike Cloud, which is the program that they provide for free. The xTool P2 is a 55-watt CO2 laser. The frame is metal while the outside is covered in a durable plastic. It can also engrave at 600 millimeters per second. The work size is a bit larger at 26.8 by 14.2 inches. The P2 actually has two cameras, one that's a fisheye and can see the whole work area, and another that's connected to the gantry for more precise work. It will work with Lightburn or xTool Creative Space, which is provided for free. While a rotary attachment is not included with the machine, it is supported. They also support a few other options like the ability to engrave curved surfaces or an automatic pass-through conveyor belt system that can engrave longer pieces. They also sell a riser block that will allow you to work on taller objects. I've had each of these machines for a while now and have had the chance to test them out and get familiar with them. You might have seen my review on the Gweike Cloud. I had high expectations for it since it was my first CO2 laser, but was pretty disappointed. One of my major complaints was that the free software just wouldn't work. I tried it on my Mac and PC and had constant connection issues. I'm still having these issues. It's probably best to assume that you'll just have to buy Lightburn. The real problem with this is that their supposed automatic Z height adjustment only works with their software. If you are able to get their software to work, you'll also need to use their material to use this feature. This leaves you having to calculate how much you'll need to adjust the Z height and manually doing it yourself for every job. If you forget to set this, like I find myself doing all the time, your Z height will be too high and you'll ruin your material. While the construction feels super heavy duty, they did leave a few things to be desired. The friction hinges used on the lid are terrible, and I've had the lid fall on me while loading material. At first I thought the build quality of the Gweike Cloud was pretty good, but after seeing the xTool and being able to compare them, it feels more like they just put a bunch of cheap components inside a heavy-duty metal box to give you the appearance of quality. I'm also still having issues with the camera in the Gweike. When I first got the machine set up, the camera worked fine. Now it doesn't show up at all. This makes it hard to line up jobs because you're basically having to guess and then frame the work to see where it actually is. Despite being able to use Lightburn and it being my go-to program for lasers, I never use it with the xTool. I hadn't used xTool Creative Space since I originally had my D1. It was pretty basic back then. They've added a ton of features and it just works. The interface is easy to navigate and it's just easy to use. The cameras also work great. You can use the main one to get an overview of your whole workpiece and then use the gantry mounted one to get a better picture for specific details. This makes lining up your designs a breeze. What really blew my mind about the P2 is the automatic material thickness measuring. There's a couple lasers, one mounted in the corner and one on the gantry, that can be used to measure the material thickness with one click of a button. This is just something you'll have to do once as long as you keep using the same thickness material. The program remembers the setting and makes the adjustment at the start of each job for you. If you change the material, all you have to do is click this button one more time and it'll remeasure the material. These two things, the cameras and the automatic material thickness measuring, take a lot of headache out of using a laser. I do have the optional riser base for mine and I think it's a really nice add-on. Some people have asked if you need this for doing things like using the rotary. You don't necessarily need it. You could put the machine on blocks or something, but I just think it makes for a nicer package. It really helps to keep everything enclosed. As far as other accessories go, if you plan on wanting to make longer pieces, the auto feed conveyor belt would be a nice upgrade. Personally, I would at least get the riser and the rotary. In my opinion, xTool makes the best rotary attachment. It offers a lot more holding options and can hold cups with handles, which is something that other rotary attachments generally can't do. While the outside of the P2 is plastic, it still feels well made. Where you can really see the quality is when you take a look inside the machine. It just feels well thought out. I particularly like the inserts for the bed and prefer that to the laser grid that's used on the Gweike. Now let's talk cost. The Gweike is quite a bit cheaper, but as they say, you get what you pay for. At the time of this recording, it looks like the Gweike is about $31.50 shipped, That's in US dollars. And that's going to come with the rotary attachment. The xTool is usually $5,000 shipped, but they currently have a deal that saves you $700 on the basic machine. A fully loaded one with the riser, rotary, fume extractor, and conveyor system is $59.55, which is a $1,000 savings off their normal price. One thing I noticed while doing research for this video was that Gweike has a new model out already. They sent me one of their original Pros, and it had so many problems that they ended up sending me another one. This machine turned out to be the Pro 2. Now it looks like there's a third version. This makes it feel like they're just putting a machine out to quickly get it to market and are now having to make changes to fix the problems that they've built into them. As far as the P2 goes, it feels like xTool did their homework. They figured out what features people wanted and got them working before shipping out any machines. I can tell you from my experience with both companies that xTool is much more receptive to feedback and working with the community. Despite the extra cost, I would have to say that without a doubt in my mind that the xTool P2 is a much better choice when it comes to desktop CO2 lasers. If you're still undecided, make sure you check out the review videos I did on each machine. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section. If you'd like to purchase one of these machines, I'll put the normal affiliate links in the description. You'll get the same great price, but I get a small kickback from the company, which helps me keep making these videos. xTool has some pretty good deals going on for a limited time, so make sure you check those out. As always, thank you for watching. If you wouldn't mind clicking that like button, sharing this video with a friend, and leaving a comment, I'd really appreciate it, as it really helps the video to get seen by more people. Until next time, I'll see everyone over on one of these other videos.